I interviewed a number of speakers, and when I was first introduced to Sekou and his work, I was actually rather hesitant in considering him. No one knew what poetic voice was. No one had ever interacted with an individual who brings his background and his experience and that art form to basically a very important business or a keynote address. And looking back, it was the best speaker decision I could have made. When I was making it, it felt like the riskiest. Absolutely not. I would do it again in a heartbeat and highly recommend anyone considering Sekou to move forward with that decision because of the impact, short and long term, it has on the people he's addressing. And that is specific to people. It is not specific to an industry, to a size of a company, to the longevity of a company. Sekou's work impacts people and the way they look at how they work together and as individuals in any organization.
Sekou is definitely one of the most engaging, motivational speakers I have had the pleasure to work with. And he's definitely outside of the box, and if you're looking for somebody who engages the audience in a very unique way and really gets them going, he's your answer.
Our audience members continue to reflect to me a month later that this was a life-changing experience to be in the room and to have that space to not only think about what is the community I want to create, but how can I be a part of creating that? Our attendees absolutely walked away with that. 100% of our audience said they were inspired by the night, and the vast majority said they're going to do something to get involved in their community, which was exactly the outcome we hoped for and beyond our wildest dreams of the energy and enthusiasm that this would generate.
It's a big event with some of the top speakers in the world there. And they had this guy on, Sekou, who was opening the event. I'd never heard of him, I never knew anything about him. And he got up there and blew the whole room away. I mean, and these were people that do that for a living everywhere. And this guy floored us. He totally floored us. And what I've seen him do time and time again in so many different settings is deliver, constantly deliver whatever the theme is, whatever the message is, whatever you want to accomplish, Sekou delivers.
If you're a CEO of a company and you want to get your department heads going, you're concerned, you can't waste the one shot you have with a motivational speaker or whatever the case might be. They've got to really work. I think one of the ways to do that is not only what needs to be said and the message that needs to be delivered, but you need to surprise them. You need to do it in a way that's going to kind of shock them out of the blue kind of thing. What's more out of the blue in a corporate setting than poetry? You just don't think of the two coming together, but he makes them come together. And so not only what is said is important, but the fact of the way it's said, it knocks people out.
We look at speakers, people that have participated in other conferences, people that are on the speaking circuit, people who can stand behind a podium and deliver a great speech. And that has worked for us. But if you really want someone who's going to take the time to understand who your organization is, what message you're trying to deliver, who your target audience is, and how he can help connect all of that in a way that will be memorable and in a way that you will be proud that you invited him to participate, then the person you should select is Sekou Andrews. I have absolutely no doubt and no hesitation in that.
So if you're thinking about telling a bigger, a better story about your brand and what you're trying to accomplish for your people, for your consumers, or for the world, Sekou is exactly the kind of person you want to talk to.
That this is someone you need to get to know and to experience his work firsthand. So if you get the opportunity to work with Sekou or to attend one of his events or just see him perform someplace, take it, because he is a once-in-a-lifetime experience.
Believe. I would say call and ask the people that have gone ahead and believed in Sekou and get first-hand information before you go and question. And then communication. I think Sekou can hear whatever you're trying to get done and help you deliver a message. So if there's anybody skeptical, don't have your assistant, don't have whatever, just you pick up the phone. You personally talk to Sekou, you personally talk to the other people that have used Sekou, and then I think you'd be incredibly happy.
So all I have to say to you is run now and book Sekou. You will never regret the decision you make, no matter how conservative your audience. You will receive content that is just what your members need to hear, and you will have a memorable experience like no other. Book Sekou now.